tonight we've got late night baseball for you from San Diego. It's the Pirates and the Padres coming up from Petco Park. And the Pirates winners last night. They've taken 3 out of 4 here on this road trip. Last night because of Joe Musgrove making quite a homecoming, 7 scoreless innings for the El Cajon native.
Willie was a great start for him and for us. We needed somebody to come and get a little momentum going here out here on the coast, and he got us off to a good start. And it wasn't just a thrill for him, it was a thrill for the whole town. Look at that. That was after the game, but 20 minutes later. Just a lot of fun to watch that.
Yeah, dozens of family and friends for Joe Musgrove. And welcome into the booth tonight. Joe Block and Bob Walk with you as we're going to have another one of these homecomings tonight. Trevor Williams will get the ball for the Buccos from Rancho Bernardo High School and San Diego here. And tonight getting his first start to pitch here at Petco Park.
No, hopefully it'll be more of the same, and he's going to have to be really focused on in that first inning. He had a little trouble in that in his last start. He's got to be able to put away all the things going through his head about where he is at, and it's San Diego and who's watching, all that stuff. Just go out, do his job, and get through that first inning nice and clean.
And starting to improve a little bit too, getting back to form. 3 runs in 6 innings against the Diamondbacks the last time around, following up a scoreless outing for Williams his previous time. And Williams grew up coming here to Petco Park. His dad Richard, a season ticket holder still to this day, and tonight he doesn't have to pay to get in. He will pitch for the Buccos against the Padres. That's coming up next here on AT Sportsnet.
San Diegan as the starting pitcher for the Pittsburgh Pirates tonight at Petco Park. It's Trevor Williams will follow Joe Musgrove, his 7 shutout innings last night, but he's not only going to do it in front of family and friends, he's going to do it with his father Richard, who has season tickets since Petco Park opened in 2004, and they're a couple rows right behind home plate. I'm Robbie Mikowski, and first pitch is coming your way in just a couple moments. So Trevor discussed with us what he thought it might be like to pitch with Dad sitting so close by.
He didn't want to sit there, and he told me, he's like, I'm gonna get other seats. I don't want to sit there. And I'm like, look, you can't sit there our entire lives, and the seat that I grew up, falling in love with baseball, and you're not going to sit there. It'd be kind of a waste. So, and I told him, like, you're in my peripheral. I'm not looking at you every pitch. So, I hope if I get taken out and I see him off the mound, then that's going to be cool.
And what would be really cool would be a repeat performance from what we saw from Joe Musgrove last night. That's it from Petco Park until the first pitch is thrown. For now, we go back to our North Shore studios. Dan Potash has a game break. Danny, what do you have?
Brought to you by T-Mobile. Show your military appreciation and use hashtag #HatsOffForHeroes. T-Mobile will donate $1 for each post. And by the law firm of Bordas & Bordas. Bordas & Bordas, fighting for justice. Let's go Bucks!
Joe Musgrove last night, 7 scoreless innings. Now he gets the rest of the series to relax and enjoy being home. Trevor Williams, a little fist bump for him. He's back home and he gets his start tonight. Even got to see Stephen Brault yesterday briefly. And so the 3 San Diego area natives all getting the pitch in this series. And the Pirates hoping to build on a win from last night. The RAV4 lineup tonight featuring Starling Marte atop the order. Josh Bell will hit second in front of Josh Harrison. David Freese back in the cleanup spot against the lefty, with Elias Diaz hitting 5th. Austin Meadows slides in the lineup. Polanco, Mercer, and Williams round out the order. The order is a Mercer 373 here lifetime in San Diego. Homered last night.
Take a look at Joey Lucchese's numbers on the season, and they're in pretty good shape. The one thing that he hasn't done yet is he's not extending himself very much. He's only gone to 6 innings a couple of times. Gone beyond 88 pitches in a game, I think only twice. Excellent changeup. That's his calling card.
And a lot in that delivery. Probably got to ignore that after a while.
And when he starts warming up, close your eyes, count to 2, and then open them back up, and he'll be ready to throw. Don't look at all that stuff.
Out to Freddie Galvis at short. Marte erased to start things here tonight in San Diego.
Who else is out there with Freddie?
He plays every day. And the Honda defense with Christian Villanueva at third, Jose Pirela at second, and Eric Hosmer, the Gold Glover from the American League, at first. Myers, Jankowski, and Renfroe in the outfield. Austin Hedges is the catcher for the Padres. Throws out 11% of attempted base stealers. That's a very low number. Josh Bell, 250. Really liked what he did in the first inning last night. Going from first to third. And Jay Hay followed him. Set up an early run, and the Pirates led throughout. Harrison been batting in that 3 spot. He'll come up next.
Offense scored early and often. Made it easy for Joe, or easier.
Second straight day the Pirates draw a lefty here against the Padres. There's Musgrove, winning pitcher last night. And really did it all. He was out in the field, covered third base on a ground ball to third. Got a hit.
Last night his dad was on with Robbie. There's that changeup. And one of the things he said was that Joe was very excited to come to Pittsburgh because he wanted to be a baseball player again. He wanted to, go to the plate, run the bases, be a part of things. And well, that's exactly how he plays. He is a part of things when he's in the game, no matter what. The fastball spotted on the inside after that changeup. Remember him covering third last night when that ball went off Freeze's glove? I mean, the little things like that, that's how pitchers get that reputation of being more than just a thrower, that they are an actual player, one of the guys that out there playing the game.
And he did that last night. Pirates now have won 3 out of 4 here on this trip. Josh Harrison bat with the bases empty. First time the Pirates have seen Lucchese. He is a rookie, as Bob mentioned. And so far, some pretty good command. Padres minor league player of the year last year. As they continue their rebuild. Villanueva. And that's the final out. Pirates down in order here to start this one tonight. And Trevor Williams taking the ball for the Buccos. And Richard sending out this tweet earlier. A look at our Point Park tweets and hope no one recognizes me tonight. Of course, he's got his son's jersey on, and he's right there, right behind home plate tonight.
Yeah,
we'll
definitely be seeing him all night. He's right exactly behind home plate, watching Trevor throw against this lineup.
Andy Green's 9 tonight. Travis Jankowski atop the order. Will Myers hits second. Eric Hosmer 3 hits last night. Hunter Renfroe cleans up. Villanueva with 16 home runs. Pirela and Galvis, Hedges and Lucchesi. The bottom of the Padres order against Williams. Last couple of starts, back to more Williams-like.
Yes, a little first inning trouble on. Like to see him. Yeah, that's a nice little hip check there. Like to see him get through this inning clean. He's a third of the way there.
Little bump right to Freeze. He had it.
Dad with a smile.
He's okay.
Hip check.
Well, that's using your legs. That might help break the ice a little bit for Williams. Goofy play like that to start. You can see his family right at the top center of the screen.
They're sitting right there.
2 brothers, mom and dad. Yep, I taught him to do that. Yeah. Getting to pitch here. You know, I asked Williams the other day too. You know, you think after a while, you know, he's been starting now for most of 2 seasons in the major leagues. Does that make it a little easier for him? And he's still gonna have the butterflies. But a quick first inning would help ease some of that, I'm sure. Behind on Will Myers.
As long as his career goes, I mean, it'll always be a little different for him coming to San Diego. I mean, even if he's been around for 10 years, when he comes here, this will be different than any other place he pitches. And he'll get more used to it, but the difference will never go away for him.
And it's lucky that both Musgrove and Williams had their turn here in San Diego. I mean, there's a possibility that both could have missed pitching here. But so it would have it. The first 2 starts go to them. Out to Marte.
Marte was a little fooled on that at first. A couple steps back. Had to come on in a hurry.
So 2 up and 2 down against Williams. He relies on the ball put in play quite a bit. The defense behind him tonight: Meadows, Marte, and Polanco from left to right. Freeze, Mercer, Harrison, and Bell around the horn from third to first. Elias Diaz doing the catching as he has done. And the Meadows in the lineup for Dickerson, who gets the night off. Part of that outfield rotation. And that enlivens him. Lazy fly to left. A 9-pitch first inning for Trevor Williams in his return to San Diego.
and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Trevor Williams gets through a clean first inning. 1, 2, 3 on 9 pitches. He'll begin to settle in. Now the Pirates try to give him a lead. David Freese with that go-ahead 2-run single back on a Wednesday night in New York. He gets the cleanup role for the second straight night in this series. Andy Green. And he got tossed last night by Angel Hernandez, who was working behind the plate after a balk call. And Lucchesi also with 3 pickoffs this year, so we'll see as the Pirates get aboard if what his move looks like. Umpiring crew tonight: Bill Miller, he's the crew chief working the plate. Todd Tishner at first, Alan Porter, Cal Yu at second, Mr. Hernandez at third. High set at first. Lots of moving parts before that ball comes out. Does that do anything for a pitcher, or is that just you know, all comfort?
Comfort. You know, I think, you know, a wind-up is a little bit easier to get some momentum to throw home, but this is a little more than just a wind-up. I mean, that's not doing anything for you. No, nothing yet. That, no. Now that little swing up and get your hips going, and that's going to help. But all the stuff until then, it's just comfort, like you said. It's something that he does that gets him ready to deliver the ball home.
And we see so many deliveries are pretty bland these days.
Yeah, it's nice to see somebody actually got a little something extra.
Freese looks at that that curve, that Lucchesi calls it. Got a little bend to it, a little off speed.
I wonder if that was an actual curveball. That one really looked like it came down an awful lot. It's going to be hard to tell. Got to look at the grip.
Yeah, I happened to notice it as it.
Oh, you saw that.
Yeah, it has that kind of circle change look to it. As you were telling me about before we got started tonight. Elias Diaz. It's 100 points higher against lefties than he does overall. So started every game since Cervelli has gone on the concussion DL.
I wonder if there's a much velocity difference between his curve and his curve. Not really. You can't use that to tell them apart.
Yeah, I wonder. I mean, Padres say that it's about the same. It's the same pitch basically, but you know, as you know, you probably tweaks the pitch a little bit, right? A little this, a little that, make it do a little something different.
Yeah, a curveball can be about 4 different pitches, and you're gonna call them all curves, but tighten them up, shorten them up, give them a little more depth, give them a little more horizontal break. Now that was at 80, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So this should be the curve, but it doesn't look like the curve. Does that look like a curve?
Okay, there's the grip.
Now, see, that looks like curveball grip to me. I didn't see the curve grip there. Didn't that look like a curveball grip?
Yeah. Got the 2 fingers out on it. Yeah, because otherwise you'd use that index finger on the side of the ball, not over it. I mean, we get to watch him a second. We get to watch him a second time. Okay, this is how difficult it is to. We're trying to figure it out up here. Imagine trying to be in the box. So that's more of the change-up look. Austin Meadows now gets to try his hand. Even as a lefty batter, he's had a lot of success against lefties this year too. 389. And he's ahead 2-0. Now the 2-0. 3 balls and no strikes.
That was the Diaz strikeout. That was you could see there was 2 fingers on top of the baseball. That was a curveball.
Even though he's got that kind of circle.
Not on that one.
On the side of the ball.
He didn't on that one. He had 2 fingers on top of the ball, the index finger and the middle finger.
Well, if it's this difficult to figure out what he's doing after the fact up here, I can only imagine what it's like down there. 3-2 now. Meadows just waiting him out. That one was out of the zone, but 3-2. Three of the first 5 have struck out against Lucchesi. That's how they play him. And Meadows will work the walk. Well, the Pirates have their first base runner. Well, now we'll see with a man on how he works. I'm sure there's not as much of that wind up, so to speak, and set.
Well, if he's got 3 pickoffs, there probably is some leg kick to it, some deception. Guys with a lot of pickoffs, lefties, normally have a pretty good leg kick. If you're just fast home, you're not going to have a lot of pickoffs.
Now they put the shift on, so that's the third baseman, Villanueva, playing near the bag at second. For Polanco, who has been red hot and really has improved, coinciding with his move off the plate, getting the results that he and the Pirates were hoping for when making that adjustment.
Well, he's doing a nice job against lefties. I mean, this is an example here. He's get a couple of pitches that are fairly close. No, he's not swinging. It's 2-0.
Yeah, give Jeff Branson, Jeff Livesey, the hitting coaches, a lot of credit. Yeah, it would be a career best in OPS against lefties for Polanco this year by a good margin. He's handled them well. I mean, you look at the batting average. Now, home runs and RBIs, you just don't see as many lefties, so hard to kind of tell that. But slugging percentage is actually better against lefties so far this year. Batting average too. Now, last couple hitters now, Lucchesi behind in 3-ball counts. And you noted, Bob, that it looked like he's gone deep.
He has a tendency to throw a lot of pitches, you know,
His last start, he threw 70 in just 4 innings. And he only gave up 1 hit. 2 walks. I think maybe 3 strikeouts. So there's a lot of probably 3-2 counts going on.
A lot of inaction so far, it looks like. And back-to-back 2-out walks.
That's another example of what he's been able to do, even against left-hand pitching. And now that he's off the plate, it gives him more time to decide whether to swing or not.
And Polanco leads the team in walks. 2 out free passes, Hedges out.
Little Casey, calm and cool for a young guy, just sitting there flicking the ball up and down while he's talking to his catcher.
Just his 12th major league start. Well, the Pirates have an early chance here. 2 on and 2 out. Jordy Mercer with 2 hits last night, including a booming home run to center. He's hit well lately against lefties, and he has hit well in this ballpark. Well, Mercer's the most apt to take the first pitch in baseball, and he did. And that might be the best location of a fastball he'll get.
Curve. I would love to watch him throw like in a bullpen. See his grip and see, really close up and how he releases and stuff. This is really when I was first told about it, I was expecting to see a changeup that kind of had some cut action to it. Like most changeups will fall away from a right-hander when a lefty throws it. I thought this one was going to just kind of come in a little bit. It's a curveball. It is an actual curveball, but he's throwing it with his ring finger and his middle finger instead of his index finger and his middle finger. I mean, it's really an odd. I've never ever even heard of somebody doing that. But looking at his minor league numbers and everything, he's very successful at it.
And that will get Lucchesi out of the inning. Pirates get 2 men on, but strand him. And a lot of Bucco fans making their way here. Hey, wanted to update you on our Allegheny Health Network injury update on Francisco Cervelli, who is doing some exercise right now and has been playing catch. Just nothing really serious right now as he continues to try to return to action. He's back in Pittsburgh, not with the team right now.
Watching us right now.
Yeah, and
we need you back.
Yeah, the talking with Clint Hurdle about that yesterday, and saying that, you know, the concussions are always tricky, and it's really day to day. So I think our first thought with Cervelli is his prolonged health, and once he's ready to go again, obviously everybody, including Elias Diaz, all want him back, and he's been such a big contributor this year. So Diaz, meanwhile, has taken the reins every game since Cervelli has been out. And Renfroe is out.
He threw that fastball right by him real late with that swing.
Had a little
in the middle of the plate.
Yeah.
He just beat him with velocity. You know, everything's relative. If you're not expecting 93, if you're expecting something less, well, 93 looks real quick. Somebody might be throwing 98, but you're looking for 98, so you might be able to get to that a little bit quicker. No matter how hard you throw, you try to vary things a little bit and get those guys caught in between. Change the speeds a little.
And that's probably why, I would imagine, right, that Williams has been about as successful as he was last year, even though he's lost about 1.5 miles an hour off the velocity of his fastball and sinker this year.
Well, I mean, look at that sinker there. The velocity, the harder you throw, the easier it is to get guys caught in the middle, because they have to kind of cheat to get the big velocity arms a little. But that doesn't mean because you're throwing 91 that you still can't get guys caught in the middle. You just have to have a little bit better command. You don't get away with mistakes.
There's Dad Richard charting.
That is a notebook there.
Not very soundly hit, but it'll be extra bases for Villanueva.
I think that came off the end of the bat, it sounded like.
And the Padres have a man in scoring position.
A slider that was down definitely caught it right on the very end of the bat. I'm sure that bat was nothing but firewood now. But it got a double. If you're going to break it, it's a good way to do it.
That'll bring up Jose Pirela. First action for the Padres against Williams, who set down the first 4. Not much power for Pirela, which is a little surprising. He combined with 23 homers last year between AAA and the Padres. Solid single. So solid that Villanueva has to stay put at third.
Well, still got a shot at a double play ball now. Meadows, knowing nobody's going anywhere, all he had to do was just hit freeze with it.
Villanueva not especially fleet of foot anyway. Pirela on at first for Freddie Galvis.
Now you need the ground ball.
He has grounded to 5 double plays. We've seen Williams do that many times. Get that ground ball. That's what the Williams family cheering for right now. I like how Richard's always charting. Keep a score.
I wonder what he's got in that notebook of his. Is it just all of his games?
Maybe it's some Padres games, right? He's a season ticket holder here.
Yeah,
right?
could be. Always keep score no matter who's playing. A lot of baseball fans do that.
And a twist foul. Now, none of these Padres that Williams is facing tonight were among the ones he grew up rooting for. This is a whole new outfit. But it is the venue that he most remembers visiting as a child, where he grew to love the game. So in a moment like this, when he's trying to figure out how to get out of the jam.
How old is this ballpark now?
04. So the 15th season.
Older than I thought. Maybe, I guess I'm older than I thought.
We all are.
Here we go.
Bell gets it over, and the relay is tardy. And it was tough for Mercer to get that throw from Bell, and that will give the Padres an early lead.
It looked off the bat initially like you had the double play and you were going to stop the run from scoring, but I think you're right. This feed to Mercer was down around his shoe tops and could not get a relay throw off in good shape. Boy, he almost dropped the ball. Well, the opportunity was there, didn't execute it.
Yeah, that's something that Bell has struggled with over there at first, the throw onto second. And in this case, a run, give Galvis an RBI. Williams got what he wanted, got the ground ball. Now Austin Hedges, number 8 hitter. Just $1.80 for Padres backstop. Pirates give him the whole right side.
A lot of room over there. Could float an aircraft carrier.
A big military haven here in San Diego, of course. It's how the Williams family came here. In fact, Dad Richard moving his family as part of the U.S. military. So originally the Williams clan from Chicagoland. And so Dad Richard grew up a Cubs fan, in fact. Skipped a week of school so he could keep going to Wrigley Field to try to watch Ernie Banks hit home run number 500. So it gives you an idea of.
Didn't they make a movie about that? Skipping school to go to the Cubs game?
Ferris Bueller's Day Off. That was between Richard and Trevor's adolescence. That might have been something that they were shown last night here. They had 80s night here. Galvis back. He got a good jump, but Hedges strikes out. Williams limits it to a run as the Padres cash in the Villanueva double. Park, Thursday, July 19th. Gates open at 7. Movie starts at 8. You can buy tickets in advance for $5. Go to pirates.com/movie night. That will be the final game of the All-Star break here in and around Petco Park. 1-0 San Diego. That's just outside the ball yard. Here, a great area, the gas lamp quarter with shopping, restaurants, commerce, of course, an homage to the late great Tony Gwynn, his number 19 there in neon, one of the adjacent buildings.
Nice turnout on the grass covered hill. Pretty full out there tonight.
Yeah, it's just a fun area. Kind of tricky to get to San Diego, I guess, but if you're making out west, yeah, that's just beyond the ballpark there, and kind of get a little view of the game out there. Bring your family. Just walk right through. You can start walking through that area during the afternoon.
Here they have some amazing barbecue out there by the hill.
They didn't have that years ago when I'd come by as a fan. Oh, I could see the. Well, now I can see the
red
plumes of smoke out there. Yeah, good stuff. Great area. And
Tony statue on top of the hill.
Mr. Padre. Yeah, just. Did you ever get him out?
Yeah. You think he hit 1,000 off me?
No one got him out though. I mean.
Well, I'm sure he hit 3 something off me. But,
yeah.
But that means I got him out 2 out of every 3 times. Yeah.
Most of the time. Right?
2 out of 3.
Yeah. What made him so good?
Just could put the bat on the ball. I hit line drives. Spray it around. You try to mess with him. You throw him slow stuff. He could hurt you with it. That's the ball he would pull for extra bases. He hit like that right there. Stayed inside the baseball for the most part.
He was fun to watch. Tony Gwynn. And for Williams, he's too young to remember really much of the Tony Gwynn era. It was toward the tail end of his career. Was a fan of Gwynn's. Trevor Hoffman, the Hall of Fame closer.
A bobblehead tonight.
That's his bobblehead night tonight too for Mr. Hoffman. But his favorite player was the former MVP Ken Caminiti. That was Williams' favorite player growing up. Now he gets to bat in his ballpark he went to as a kid. He is retired, though. There's a mural of Trevor Hoffman. 600+ saves.
I don't remember him being that blue.
It's artsy, kind of Warholian.
He was down that day a little bit.
Beautiful night. They mint those here.
Day after day. Been actually a little on the cool side. Been in the 60s while we've been here.
A little June gloom. It'll be July tomorrow, so.
A little marine layer comes in. A few low clouds kind of hanging over occasionally. Comfortable.
Locals are wearing hoodies or light jackets. Wearing shorts. After that April we had. Stephen Brault got to pitch last night. Now didn't have the success he wanted, but still.
There's hoodies and jackets out there. What's wrong with those guys?
Yeah.
It's like,
you can tell which ones are the California guys.
Yeah.
Where did Glasnow? Where is he from?
I don't know.
For instance. In fact, all the ones guys we just showed are all from the South.
Yeah.
Crick from Texas. Saw Clay Holmes in there from Alabama. If Neverauskas was up, he'd have his sleeves cut off.
Yeah, it could get
probably
chilly
be laying
up
out
by the Baltic.
Oh, there's Stephen Brault's father, who he's got the short sleeves on tonight. See the resemblance. Yeah, they got the area there by the bullpen so they can spot Stephen if he gets the call.
I think they bought the whole row of seats behind the bullpen. I think that is the entire Brault clan there. They bought the whole section.
We'll hear from Robbie later, who will give us the full report. But it was good to see Brault get in, even though didn't have the success he wanted yesterday, but get out there and he might still have another chance here tonight or tomorrow afternoon. Also his first throws, quite literally, in San Diego as a major leaguer.
Churv got him. Is that what's it? Churv?
That's what Lucchese calls it.
Churv.
Change up curveball. Anyway, that face might have told you that maybe that's not exactly what or where he wanted to throw it. Bell struck out looking back in the first. Well, now that this is the second time around, we'll see if Pirates can get the feel for the windup and then that kind of different offering.
There. Oh no, it was off the plate a little bit.
Our WB Mason strike zone.
Here comes the Churv.
Right down the middle, but just spoiled. Look at that. You said you don't remember seeing something?
No, I've never seen anybody throw the curveball with their ring finger and their middle finger. Seen a lot of things, but never seen that. Not saying that somebody hasn't done it somewhere, but That's new to me. Maybe Mordecai Brown, maybe.
3-finger. Thought he had it.
Looked good where it was caught, but well, the computer liked it too. Lit up, said it was a strike.
Now full on Bell.
Sure. So that index finger curled down under the ball.
Bell will work the walk, the third issued by Lucchesi tonight. Pirates still looking for their first hit. Just waiting him out. He's at 56 pitches. That's clever. I like that. We need more Bell.
A lot of bells around here.
Yeah.
Mission bells. It's Hoffman the bobblehead night. There might be some bells ringing.
Oh yeah, right.
Later on.
The song
in honor of Trevor Hoffman. I don't know if he was the first to have that
entrance
song, but it was the first one I ever remembered anybody having.
Yeah, that might. I mean, yeah, exactly. I think that I don't know if we could definitively say it was,
yeah.
But it's the one that everybody knew about first.
Yeah,
I think.
And now it seems like everybody has to have one. But he was the one that made it special.
Pirela has the final out. So another walk, but nothing doing for the Buccos.
Padres fan all the way on the right is Trevor Williams. That's his 5th birthday party that he spent at the old Jack Murphy Stadium at a Padres game. There's Trevor all the way on the left enjoying the cotton candy, and this might be the coolest part of it all. Joe mentioned that Ken Caminiti was his favorite player. Well, how about the time they had happy 5th birthday Trevor up on the board? Ken Caminiti was set to lead off that inning, and his father Richard was able to snap off a couple pretty cool photos of that. What a memory that is for Trevor Williams. Not only seeing your favorite player, but having your name on the board on your 5th birthday when he steps up to the plate, Joe.
And now tonight it's not his birthday, and he gets his name on the board all the time because he's pitching here in San Diego. That's really neat. Thanks for sharing that. And did you notice the color of cotton candy he was eating?
Pink.
Pink.
Yeah.
Just letting you know.
I think that was in the days before they've had blue.
Oh, they've had blue since the dawn of.
No.
As soon as Eli Whitney started the cotton gin, they started making blue cotton candy.
Pink forever. And that blue, that's just a marketing campaign. There's no reason for it.
Wouldn't you love to have a picture of you at a baseball game when you're 5 years old? I don't think we have a picture from my first game that I attended. I was 7. I don't think there's a picture around. If there is, I don't know where it is anymore. That's pretty cool.
I can still remember the first game I went to, but
yeah?
I'm sure there was no picture. You didn't have pictures back then.
Yeah.
People didn't carry big cameras around.
You got to take a camera with you. Then you got to go get it developed. Yeah. Maybe that's his first game tonight. Maybe that's the game that he's talking about when he's over the hill like us.
Might be.
But still remembers.
Well, you know,
yeah,
it'll be
know.
now. 20 years from now, here's a video of me at my first game.
Right.
Now it'd be all videos.
Yeah. Here's you got a whole video and maybe some. You know, and that's the cool thing about today is that
there's a hologram of me at my first game.
Yeah. Right. But that's what's nice is that you don't miss anything like that. We talk so wistfully about it because we don't know.
But Trevor might get hit again. That one would have hurt.
The first one kind of just grazed his hip. It was a laugh all around. That one was.
You want to definitely get out of the way of this one.
Look at some more social media, and parents are spending their 34th wedding anniversary here tonight. Wonderful to have you here. And Larissa at Petco Park. Love San Diego, but they love the Pirates even more. Hey, you can love this city. We love visiting this city too. It's a great place. I know I say this all the time, but I am impressed. You know, I was thinking we're so far from Pittsburgh that how many people might be here, but I would guess because of the military contingent here that there are a lot of relocated Western Pennsylvanians. That ball relocated to the seats. Will Myers with his second home run. They missed him. He's missed most of this season, but that's the kind of stuff that he does with regularity, the former All-Star.
Yeah, that put a just kind of a little hole in your lineup when he's not in there, but these are the kind of things he can do. He makes you pay when you get one down the middle.
All-Star 2 years ago, 30 homers last year.
Got his weight off his back foot there. Just really kept that bat through the strike zone a long time as he transferred his weight to his front foot.
Former Rookie of the Year. That doubles the Padres' lead.
Stayed inside the ball and hit it with authority.
So much it knocked that guy's sunglasses off.
Shouldn't have been wearing them anyway. That had to be out there by Mud, those guys. Mark Grant? Aren't they out there somewhere tonight?
I believe the Padres.
He told me
TV
they were
broadcasters are
be in right center somewhere.
They're out broadcasting in the seats tonight. Oh, there they are. Don Orsillo.
Wasn't too far away from him.
Mark Grant. Wonder if they get any of the vendors coming by out there.
I would be disappointed if they didn't.
Hosmer chases off speed from Williams, who has fanned 4 Well, the Padres own the lead. We're there. Petco Park part of that. Will Myers with an opposite field home run, extending San Diego's lead. We've got 3 in the books, 2-0 Padres. Trevor Williams in his homecoming. David Freese, strikeout victim his first time. Pirates looking for their first hit, though Lucchesi has walked 3. And there's his 60th pitch already. Myers out there, he left. He's played all over, came up as a catcher, in fact.
You're right, David. That was inside.
That's by a pretty good margin.
You know what I've been surprised about since we've had the strike zone now is how good the hitters are at knowing what is a strike and a ball, by how often they question the umpires about it.
That's a great point. And David Freese beats it out. An infield single.
As a pitcher, I guess I was always biased to think, oh, they're just always complaining. You know, but you know, I'd say 7 out of 10 times when they complain about a pitch, they're right about it.
Villanueva, only opportunity. Freese was already down the line. Slowly hit. Smell that base hit.
He knows he's got speed.
Well, he's going to use everything he's got. Trying to get that first hit, and now he is aboard. Pirates have not had a man on with less than 2 outs until now. They get 2 as Galvis tiptoes the bag at second.
They got 2 because of Hosmer.
Gold Glove scoop over at first.
Sweet play at first base.
Hosmer, the reigning Gold Glover in the American League. With the Royals last year, he's won that award 4 times. That's how you know.
Well, the short time we've seen him over here now, and with the Padres at our place, and just a handful of innings here, he's made the number of above-average plays. That gold sticker on the back of his gloves, well deserved, it looks like to me.
Well, we talk about defense all the time, and first base doesn't get thought of that often, but sometimes you make a scoop, you make a throw, you make a diving stop, and you can save a run.
Yeah, first base is a spot that is always involved. Anything that's happening, the first baseman is, going to the middle of the diamond on cutoffs. There's a lot of things, a lot of responsibilities he has. Saving possible errors, that's just one of them. Able to.
Yeah, we don't think about that, right? I mean, all the throws that come over that way.
Like even the throw on Freeze's number. If he would have tried to hold the bag, that might have went off his glove down the line for an error, but you saw in that replay that he made the decision, no, this is not going to be an out. So he immediately left the bag and just went and caught the ball. Some first basemen that aren't very good, they'll try to hold the bag on that and mess it up.
Well, the Pirates go down in the 4th. Stays 2-0 San Diego.
It's time for the Toyota all-wheel drive RAV4 inning. Toyota, what drives you?
Padres have a 2-0 lead on our UPMC scoreboard. Bottom of the 4th coming up. Trevor Williams. Facing Hunter Renfroe to lead it off.
Was able to throw the fastball right by Renfroe first time up.
Now 1-1.
Wow, nice play by the ball girl. Good backhand.
Just a beautiful sunset tonight. Some clouds. And the palm trees. Awkward swing. And one out. Leadoff man gone. And next Saturday, July 7th, the Pirates will host the Phillies at 4:05. Pirates giving away a Pirates fedora to the first 20,000 fans thanks to PNC Bank. There'll be a doo-wop and a car show at the Jim Beam block party before the game out on Federal Street. And get alumni autographs from Teak, Kent to Colby. Go to Pirates.com and get your tickets. Think about how special this night is for Trevor Williams, of course wanting to be in the lead right now, but just the fact that everybody is here and remembering a much scarier time in the Williams family, just as we were getting to know Trevor and the Williams family when he was able to win. Dad Richard at that time in stage 4 lymphoma, and he was expected to have at best months to live, and still since December 2016 in remission, looking great, feeling great, and here tonight. And a soft second out. And we'll remember this for a long, long time. A cleanly shaven Trevor Williams gets his first win in relief. And Richard, they didn't know if they would be able to have that moment again. And he's here tonight.
No, you're right. That does make it a little extra special, extra sweet, I think, for Trevor to be able to be in the middle of that diamond out there, and just all he has to do is look over his catcher's head and see his dad sitting right there in that front row.
That puts it in perspective, doesn't it? And great to see so many people out here to support these guys here tonight. That's been fun to see. You put the whole, as we talked about when we began the broadcast for Musgrove yesterday, the whole town of El Cajon. It feels like they were here last night. And for the Williams clan, Trevor's pitching pretty good tonight, but the Pirates need to get some runs here against San Diego.
Big story tonight, the Williams family, Trevor making his first career start at Petco Park, and look who we found. or at least two we think we found. He sent out the tweet earlier, said he hopes no one recognizes him, mainly Trevor. That's a great disguise you have, Richard. You should be really proud of yourself, that tweet. It was awesome.
It was fun. I was making fun, but I did not wear it when Trevor was bitching. I wasn't going to do that. It was in between innings.
So let me ask you this. You've seen Trevor pitch hundreds and hundreds of times as a little kid, as a minor leaguer, college, and now to the big leagues. How is tonight different than any other one?
I've never sat behind, I wasn't one of those dads in Little League that was behind the screen. I've never been behind the screen ever. We talked about it. He knows these are our season tickets. We sit here, I sit here 60, 70 games a year. And 60, 70 games a year. And he said I could sit here. He said he won't notice me. So tonight is special because I get to see him pitch here in front of his hometown friends. He's got 50, 65. We've got about 75 people here today.
So what were those discussions like when you're like, hey, I don't want to do it? Because he told us, hey, Dad, you're going to be in my periphery. You're not going to be in my direct sight line. What were those discussions like?
Very simple. He said, bring his two brothers, Trent and Tanner, and Nick next to me. Bring his two brothers, sit down there. Bring my mom, she's here. And don't worry, I will not notice you. And if I'm noticing you, I'm not doing my job.
Okay, Trent and Tanner, the two brothers. Tanner, we're going to talk to you first. What's this like having your brother here in these seats where you guys all sit as a family?
It is completely unreal. It is amazing to see him out there and see him try his best.
How unique is this, Trent?
It's unreal. The fact that we grew up coming here, we grew up going to countless Padres games, sitting here with Trevor, and now we're watching him. It's crazy.
Okay, so now you sent us some photos of Trevor from his 5th birthday that you spent at the old Qualcomm Stadium. When you look back at that day and sit here today, what comes to mind?
Shock. It's so hard to get to the major leagues. It's so small a percentile make it. He just worked and worked and worked, and he continues to work and master his craft. It's so unreal. And for all those dads out there, your little leaguer can make it as well. He's got to work hard, put your nose to the grindstone, and continue to believe that you can do it, because you can. You can honestly do it, and my son's walking proof.
So when you have a night like this, and did you ever envision this day happening as he was making his way through college? He's a 2nd-round pick of the Marlins. Obviously, the kid's got a pedigree. As he comes up, you think, man, one day he's going to be here at Petco.
Well, Robbie, I would sit here. These are my season tickets. I would sit here when the Marlins were here last couple, 3-4 years. Trevor's better than that. Trevor's better than that. And I always look at each pitcher. I'm going, Trevor's better than that. And then every other team was coming in. Trevor's better than that. And that belief got me to see he's going to do it. And he's here. So Trevor was better than that. And I'm happy he stuck with it, because it's hard.
You know, we can never get enough of the video of his debut, giving you the baseball, giving you a hug, and that was arguably the most fantastic video it's ever run in the history of our air. However, I will ask you this: how might this night stand out amongst all that you've seen, maybe with the exception of the debut?
It's special because my brothers and my sons are here. It's special because I'm still free of cancer. It's special because I get to see my kid play ball, and not many dads do that. And I'm gonna continue to come to every game I can. I'm gonna go to Pittsburgh and watch him. I'm gonna go everywhere and spend every nickel I own so I can watch my son play ball. I might be broke at the end of the day, but I'm gonna have no regrets, Robbie.
You know, and you're very open about this, and we talked about you overcoming cancer, given months to live. Here you are, cancer-free. Everything's great. How much do nights like tonight make you just enjoy every day?
Cancer-free just means you live blood work to blood work. I'm cancer-free till my next blood test. And so, but I don't dwell on it. And therefore, I get to spend this great time with my sons, and my mom's here, flew in from Chicago. And Trevor's gonna bat, and that's not gonna be fun. But for everybody, cancer is tough. It kills people. There's in between next innings, there's a usher, 51-year-old usher in this section died. I just went to his funeral. It was Ruby, and which happens to be the cousin of Jackie, Trevor's wife. So 51 drops dead of a heart attack. He was our usher in this section. Life is so short.
So, and here you are enjoying it. So do us a favor. Can we end on a high note here, on a goofy note? Can you put that disguise back on? Joe, Bob, what do you think? What do you make of this disguise?
Who is that?
Bob Walk just said, who is that?
I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know.
Great Groucho Marx disguise by him, as Jordy Mercer almost beats one out. Joe, great stuff from Richard Williams, Trent, Tanner, Mr. Williams' mom, the rest of the family. Everybody's having a wonderful night, just like the Musgroves did last night.
Well, thanks, Robbie. And it's just nice to see them all together tonight. And I like how Dad kind of razzed his son a little bit about his hitting.
Well, he's going to have to knock in a run here. He can do it. Down by 2. Just got to have positive thoughts. Cut down your swing. Poke that ball out there somewhere.
It would be his first run batted in of the year, but you would hear a certain area of the ballpark.
There's one out, right?
One out, yeah. So he's going to move him over, yeah.
Why would he move him over with one out?
Because that's what they do.
Who does?
Pitchers bunt unless there's 2 outs.
Never seen him bunt with 1 out before. Bunting with a guy. Never in my life. You always swing the bat. Why do you want to move a guy to third with 2 outs?
I don't. I've seen other teams do that this year until there's 2 outs.
Never seen it.
Well, now they'll take it off, you think? No, I think if you have a pitcher up there that can handle the bat a little bit, right?
Why do you want to bunt a guy, give an out up to move a guy to third base with 2 outs?
Well, it doesn't make any sense, but we see it all the time with pitchers.
No, I've never seen it.
Does it make sense to bunt with 2 strikes?
If you're going to bunt with 1 out, yeah. Like if there's nobody out and you're trying to bunt a guy to third base with 1 out,
I'm just saying it happens.
You bunt with 2 strikes.
I'm just saying it happens.
You bunt with 2 strikes.
It happens. We see it a lot these days. I don't. Pitchers, some pitchers can't hit very well.
Every time I see it, but what is the purpose of doing this? What are you gaining by this?
There's no answer. I know.
Right. So why wouldn't you let him swing the bat? I mean,
he ends up doing the same thing.
he might hit a ground ball in a hole and score you a run.
Right. No, of course, yeah. Now, if there's a man at first and 1 out,
you're bunting a guy into scoring position.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
But if there's a guy at second and 1 out,
you need to drive.
You're not sacrifice bunting.
Right.
If there's a runner at second and first with 1 out, you're sacrifice bunting. I mean, this is just all basic stuff.
I don't disagree with that. All I was saying is that we see that very often, that a lot of pitchers bunt with fewer than 2 outs, almost automatically.
A runner to third base.
I've seen it happen many times this year, which is weird.
That is weird.
Or you see the bunt, then swing, and then they put the bunt back on, and we talk about it and grouse. And now it's up to Marte. He's had a hard time trying to figure out Lucchesi tonight.
He's not alone. Parts are sitting on 1 hit.
Infield hit by David Freese. And that's all they shall muster through 5 against the Padres rookie lefty. Still 2-0 San Diego. Williams a little bit ago, dad of Trevor, and some memorable moments that we have seen as he's had a lot of Trevor starts throughout, and he's always into it.
He's been everywhere. He does a good job of following us all around the country.
He comes to a lot of Trevor starts, and tonight he gets to drive home. That's it. Doesn't have to go very far. He's in his own season tickets. Getting a call there. Freddie Galvis, bottom of the order, coming up for the Padres. He had that fielder's choice that brought in a run. Williams thought he might have an inning-ending double play, and then the Myers home run in the third.
It was 7, 8, 9 here. You know the pitcher's going to be hitting. Although they do have somebody in the bullpen. What in the heck?
Well, we were talking about it earlier that.
How many pitches has he got?
85 through 5 innings.
Maybe they are.
So Matt Strom is up. They've really treated him very gradually.
Well, that's gradually.
Yeah.
It's not a one-hit shutout in 5 innings. That's gradual. If they're going to take him out now.
It's his third start since coming off the DL, and he had one rehab start before that. So I'm sure the Pirates won't mind.
No, they're thrilled if he's out of this ball game.
Yeah, because the Padres have the lead. Sometimes you see that happen if the team is trailing, right? You need some offense. Maybe
you try to score a run, yeah.
And Andy Green, maybe sometimes they're under an edict too from
For instance,
management.
we will eventually have to pinch hit. We're trying to catch up.
So Matt Caesar is out on deck.
Yeah, Lucchesi is done for the night. 5 innings of one-hit shutout ball, and we'll see you later.
4 walks, 5 strikeouts. Meanwhile, Williams has permitted 3 hits.
Good movement on that two-seamer.
He struck out Hedges last time around. Three and one. Williams has not walked a batter tonight until right there. So a 1-out walk to the number 8 hitting Hedges. And he'll be aboard for the pinch hitter, so that officially ends Lucchesi's night tonight. Matt Caesar, the ex-Cub, $187 overall and hitting just $1.25 in June.
Not very expensive.
And that has been the Padres' trouble. Lucchesi limiting the scoring tonight. But the Padres have only averaged 2.5 runs a game. They have lost 10 of their last 12. So as he works his way back, that one hit was a Freeze infield single. Might be onto something with that curve.
Well, it's definitely a unique way to throw a curveball. And it's effective. Basically, now that you watch him pitch, he throws a 90-mile-an-hour fastball with a kind of a slowish curveball.
And back-to-back walks here. I mean, the Pirates didn't hit a ball to the outfield the whole night against him.
Well, this is not good for Trevor. You got 7, 8, 9, and you walk 8 and 9.
Now you got 1 and 2.
Top of the lineup's coming up, and you've set the table for him. Ray didn't like it. Murray's going to call timeout. Have a discussion. I'm assuming the bullpen will start throwing while Ray's out there.
Tough for a guy to double up too, with the speedy Jankowski coming up next. Now, if this were to happen in the first inning, we might say, yeah, there's some nerves for Williams, but he hasn't shown that tonight. Richard Rodriguez is up.
No, he just kind of lost command, especially that the two-seamer seemed to have left him. It's got good movement on it, but he hasn't been able to locate it and lost it at the wrong time.
Hedges the lead runner. Caesar trails. Trying to set up Myers and then Hosmer if it gets there. Almost caught between his legs. Wow.
How did it not hit him? That looked like a fastball. Did he throw inside there like that? That's kind of a snap hook pitch.
Yeah.
Might be feeling a little pressure out there. Got that fastball up and in where he wanted.
Now 17 pitches in this fifth. Hard ground ball right at a middle infielder. Head back to the dugout. Jankowski pretty swift though, and he's bunting again.
Gotta hurry.
Bell hangs in there to record the out and moves the runners up on the sacrifice.
That ball just about tailed into Jankowski as he was going down the line. Bell had to reach in there to make the catch.
So Andy Green wants the 286 hitting Jankowski to move up the runners and create the second out of the inning. And give a 2-out situation to Will Myers, who homered his last time. Comes through. That's going to score them both. Myers in at second. He's driven in 3 of the 4 runs tonight. San Diego up 4-0. An old-fashioned play sets up a big hit for Myers.
And Myers jumping on a high pitch. Yeah, last time he stayed inside of the ball, drove it out of the ballpark. This time he got around it and rips it down into the corner.
And the homecoming comes to an inauspicious end as Williams done here in the 5th. And they'll always applaud Trevor. Road ahead, the series finale tomorrow afternoon. Jamison Tyone against Tyson Ross of the Padres. Our coverage begins at 3:30 right here on AT Sportsnet. Well, Trevor Williams out here in the 5th.
And not the return that he probably was dreaming about, but doesn't always go the way you planned it.
Richard Rodriguez will pick up for him. He's been awfully good. You saw that strikeout to walk ratio. 2 of those walks intentional, so 40-1.
That's amazing. It really is incredible. That doesn't jump off the stat sheet at you nothing well.
Trying to strand the inherited runner Myers, who had that 2-run double that knocked Williams out of the game.
You know, we always are amazed at Nova's control, but I don't think he's ever been 40-1, has he?
Yeah, that's Kluber-like. Well, now he's got to face Hosmer. There's Rodriguez. First extended time in the major leagues this year. And even though he's right-handed, has done well against lefties. Myers 3 RBIs tonight. He homered back in the 3rd. Trevor Williams, just time to collect his thoughts now. Rodriguez will strand the man. That'll stay 4-0 San Diego.
Sportsnet is brought to you by Barrel Automotive. Check out the Barrel Hot List at barrel.com. Now the only way to buy a car. And by Allegheny Health Network, official medical provider of the Pittsburgh Pirates and fans like you. Let's go Bucks!
Will Myers with a 2-run double, adding on to his home run earlier tonight. 4-0 San Diego. As now the bullpens take over tonight. See if the Pirates can fare any better. They have not hit a ball to the outfield tonight.
I'll take my chances with somebody else after Luke Casey for 5 innings.
That man is Matt Strom. He's somebody else. Out of West Fargo, North Dakota.
West Fargo, that's the side that gets cold in the winter.
Yeah,
the west side.
There's a base hit and to the outfield. All right. Changes scenery. Does the Bucks good. So a man aboard. And a guy who has been very good with men on base, especially with runners in scoring position this year. Josh Harrison. A look at our Barrel Automotive League leaders, and Jay Hay is the tops. 30 plate appearances or more. Josh Harrison's .433 average with runners in scoring position is the best. Margot of the Padres also up there, but not in the lineup tonight. Trying to get some activity.
There's another one of those pitches I was talking to about. I mean, look at him. He knows it's inside. Watch Jay Hayes' reaction. Immediately he starts complaining about
That's
it.
a good bit
and
inside,
it is
too.
inside.
Yeah. Well,
that's one thing I've noticed. The hitters have a much better idea of the strike zone than I thought.
what a play by Villanueva. That was ticketed for left field.
He made one like that last night. Very similar. Went to quickly to his right to catch a ball, and then able to get the out at second. Threw a bullet.
1-2. There it is. All the time you have to react. 27 years old, first extended time in the major leagues. He's hit well in the minors. Out of Guadalajara, Mexico.
Late bloomer, maybe.
Yeah.
He's hit very well this year.
Leads all major league rookies in home runs.
Recently, he's kind of slowed down a little bit, but it's a long year. He'll probably end up with a pretty nice total of home runs when it's all said and done.
Yeah, we're about at the halfway point of the season now. So, you know, he's hit 16. If you think 30, that's not unreasonable. And a rookie to hit 30 home runs, pretty good.
Rookie of the year stuff.
Yeah. Josh Bell just erased on that play. Nearly got there last year. David Freese had the other Pirates hit, an infield single to third. Josh Harrison. We've seen that inside pitch called a strike many times, inside to a right-handed batter, and we've seen that kind of ball at the hollow of the knees not really called a lot tonight for both pitchers, for both teams.
Well, that's something that used to, I think, be way more frequent than there is now, where you would have strike zones by umpires almost like they were customized. Like, I mean, you knew what different plate umpires were going to, and because they were all National League umpires, you had the same guys way more often than you have now. And you knew where they liked to call strikes. You knew where they didn't like to call strikes. You knew the guys with small strike zones that were known as to be hitters umpires, and then there was the guys with the really nice strike zones, the real big ones. Those were the pitchers guys. They were all a little different.
Angel Hernandez last night called a balk.
And you knew who called balks too back in the day.
Freeze into the left field corner. Myers trying to limit Harrison to third, and he will. David Freese with the Pirates' first extra base hit tonight, and things are changing here against the Padres' pen.
I told you, just need to get somebody else out there. We couldn't hit Lucchesi. Now we got second and third, and one out. Good chance to cut this lead in half.
He's hustling just in case he has an opportunity to score.
He's going as fast as he could. You know, maybe a different score. You might take a chance, but down by 4 runs, you can't make any outs on the bases. With 2 outs, maybe you take a chance. Ooh, well up and in. Diaz got hit yesterday right in that left elbow. That one just missed the elbow.
Well, chance here with 1 out. Men in scoring position. Josh Harrison reached on a fielder's choice. He's at third with David Freese on at second after his double. Just missed that one. And now the Padres have some activity. Jose Castillo, Craig Stammen. Padres operate with a 9-man bullpen currently.
I can remember when the pitching staff was 10. The whole staff.
Yeah.
They have 9 men just in a bullpen.
That one knocked down by Galvis. They get the out. Pirates will get a run.
That was a fine play.
I didn't know if he'd be able to range far enough to get there, and he did.
And then I thought the hard part was bouncing up, doing the spin, and getting an accurate throw off, and he was able to do that. Boy, he had some juice on that ball, too.
Showing some very good range. And then right on target.
That was pretty.
Well, the Padres have made 2 excellent defensive plays in this inning. You think about where this may stand without both left side of the infield, Galvis and Villanueva. So Freese at third now with 2 outs. Credit Diaz with a run batted in. Villanueva with that good pick over there at third. Got the force.
Couple of nice plays on the left side.
Good hands, good range.
Real late with that swing.
Pirates get 1. And they're on the board here in the 6th. And coming up on Friday, July the 6th, the Pirates will be hosting the Phillies when they return home. It's at 7:05. And the Pirates giving away a Jamison Tyone starting lineup figure for the first 20,000 fans, thanks to 84 Lumber. Go to Pirates.com. Get your tickets coming out as the Pirates return home on Friday. Hunter Renfroe. Richard Rodriguez came out, got the final out in the 5th. Trevor Williams with 4 2/3 tonight, gave up 4 runs. Chipped his bat.
It's a big chip.
Oh, yeah, I saw that part come off. Yeah, broke at the handle too. That will be authenticated.
I'd hate to see what you would describe as a fender bender. If that's a chip.
I just saw the piece come off. I didn't see it cleave in two like that. It was nothing.
Dad, I just put a small dent in the car.
Where's the car? Well, it's in the river. Oh.
Reminds me of a story about my middle boy, John.
For air or between innings?
It'll be between innings. I don't want
Okay.
to bore everybody, but he did call me one night saying that there had been a
minor.
Yeah. A minor fender bender.
Test the waters first.
He was a passenger in the car. And said he was going to need a ride, though. And I said, "You need a ride?" I go, "How bad? What's the car?" He goes, "I don't think it's going to, they'll probably have to tow it."
Out to right. Renfroe retired.
To make a long story short, when I got there to pick him up because he needed a ride, there were ambulances, fire trucks, and the car was upside down in the middle of the street. It was just a minor fender bender. But thank goodness nobody got hurt.
Yes.
I don't know how, but they didn't.
Here's Villanueva.
Teenagers and car keys don't always mix.
Yeah. Well, Rodriguez retired the first 2 that he's seen. What a find for the Pirates. Seems like every year we're talking about somebody like this, and Rodriguez, who had pitched most of his career in the minor leagues, just 5 games last year with the Orioles. That's it. And ERA over 14. And he got outrighted in mid-September, and Pirates just signed him to a minor league deal. He came to spring training, and I mean, it pitched fine, but I don't think did anything all that noticeable. Got called up 2 weeks into the season. And boy, he's been awfully good.
Another strikeout. Yeah, it makes you wonder, like over the last 3 or 4 years of his career, what was he doing, or wasn't getting an opportunity to play in the major leagues?
Yeah, he's had all the success in the world down in the minors, AA, AAA. Combined ERA of 2.58 in AA and AAA. Low walk rate, 2.3 per 9. So I mean, you know all the numbers. You just look at the numbers. You go, okay, well, let me see this guy. And then when you see him in person, lots of swings and misses. Gets ahead of hitters. Can get lefties out. Right down the line. And Pirela will have extra bases. 2-out double. He's got 2 hits tonight.
Hung a breaking ball. That's all. Yeah, that's probably that's the flaw I think that I see. That if you try to find one, he doesn't have really good command of that breaking pitch, but he has the magic fastball that if he elevates it, nobody can really get to. So if you're, watching him throw bullpen or something, you're just kind of like, oh, okay. That's the kind of eye-popping stuff is not there, but that pitch right there is what sets him apart. You see that in the bullpen, or even maybe in a minor league game, you're like thinking, well, that's not going to play once he gets to the big leagues. That, average fastball above the belt there, but it is playing. It's been playing very well.
We see top hitters swing through it time in and time out. And the characterization that we get is, Galvis doesn't agree, is that it just doesn't sink as much as other fastballs might. So
he stays right behind it, very true backspin, and it stays a little straighter than other pitches.
And there's the breaking pitch.
He had command of that one. That's where you want to put an 0-2 breaking ball.
So he strikes out a pair and strands the 2-out double, keeping it at 4-1.
Family cheering on Steve-O, sent by Steven's mom, Amy Brault. So I have made my way from behind home plate to behind center field where the Pirates bullpens are, and the entire Brault family is hanging out. It's a pretty cool night here for everybody. So Dan and Amy Brault, Steven's parents, they got the 50 tickets here, 2 rows here right behind the Pirates bullpen so they can heckle Steven at any point in time. And a little bonus tonight, Greg Glasnow has made the trip as well to join the party as Tyler is warming up just a few feet away from us. But maybe the coolest part, Joe and Bob, might be this right here. This is Steven's older brother, Jack, his wife, Alina. She is pregnant with their child, and they were able to have their baby shower today at the Brault household. They planned that. They came down from Seattle. Jack serves in the Naval Academy and able to come down here and spend the entire day together. They had a barbecue that started at noon and spent the entire rest of the day today. And Steven is just staring at me right now as I'm talking about his family. At least he gave me a nice salute, but pretty cool stuff. And also, you mentioned Richard Williams being a Padres season ticket holder. The Braults are season ticket holders as well since 1998 when the Padres went to the World Series. Nice, almost a sliding grab. A double Joe, how about that? So good stuff behind the field and good stuff on the field that just took place a second ago.
Thanks, Robbie, for sharing that with everybody. And they're going to rule that a double. And Steven Brault can talk with everybody right then and there. I don't know why you leave your feet here, as Rock would say, right?
Hits this ball high. Well,
should you?
Outfielders that think there's going to be a collision will slide feet
I see.
first.
Okay. So he is trying to get out of the way, and Polanco will be credited with a double.
If he's calling that, there shouldn't have been any contact. Infielder's got to peel off. Like you'll see, like Jordy, who's hitting right now, you'll see all the time when an outfielder calls, he'll move to his left or right and get out of the way. I didn't see that there. Well, Jankowski maybe wasn't calling it. Maybe he was just running in. They didn't know he could was going to have a chance to catch it.
Colin Moran in the on-deck circle. As Greg Glasnow's son is warming up. Probably out there with it's almost like the dad's trip out here.
Just about.
Osuna and Dickerson wanting to get in there tonight.
Small dugouts here. Everybody really crammed together.
Yeah, by today's standards.
The new ballparks. I can remember being extremely surprised when I came here for the first time. I mean, that looks like a ballpark that was built, like, say, 50 years ago. The dugout in a ballpark that was built a long time ago. Not even 50. I'm talking back in, like, maybe the 30s or 40s.
Just the old bunker, right?
Yeah, it's so short.
Called out on that. My goodness.
Jordy, you're right. That was ridiculous.
Bill Miller's having a tough time tonight. And for both teams, but that one was the most egregious strike that he's called this evening. Robs the Pirates of an opportunity there. I mean, look at.
That's way inside. The width of the baseball inside.
At least. Everybody slumps sometime throughout a long season. Stammen gets that out. That's called ball one.
A strike on Mercer.
So Moran pinch hitting. 4 pinch hits this year and 11 tries. Got Polanco out there at second. Trying to make this a 2-run game with a base hit. Moran didn't get a start against the left-hander in each of the first 2 games of this series. Did not go. Big shot here for the Pirates in the 7th.
Yeah, when you fall behind, you don't know how many opportunities you're going to get. You got to really push hard in every one of them.
Now 3-1.
be very selective now, way out ahead, 3-1. Don't do him any favors. If he won't come to you, won't throw it in the strike zone, fine. You take your base. Get a couple of guys on. At the top of the lineup coming up. Breaking ball flicked in there for a strike. Like Colin was asking Miller if that was a strike that he swung at.
Mercer was called out on a pitch that was well out of the strike zone. Another 3-2. Out to Myers and left. Polanco back to tag, but not going anywhere.
I always wonder why guys go back and tag on that.
I mean, it's an easy throw for the left fielder, right to third. And
you're not ever going to go to third base on it.
And now there's two outs of the inning.
So a rare occasion, I've only seen it happen once, that the ball gets dropped, you're back tagging, you go to third base. Or in the one occasion I saw it happen, you're so embarrassed that you were tagging, you try to score anyway, and you get thrown out at the plate.
What do you do? Go halfway?
Yeah, you go halfway, and then when he catches it, you go back to second. And if the rare occasion he muffs it, something happens weird, now you can score.
Now it's up to Marte. Boy, he's glad that Lucchese's gone. I mean, a lot of the Pirates had awkward swings against him, but Marte included.
We obviously did not have him figured out.
Marte's hit much better against righty pitchers anyway this year, as he did last year.
That could have been bringing in Trevor Hoffman, and I would so well. Now we at least can see somebody different. Maybe we'll have a chance.
The Pirates didn't hit a ball to the outfield in 5 innings against the Padres starter tonight. Pirates got a pair of hits last inning, plated a run. Here got a leadoff double on a ball that dropped in shallow center. Polanco still out there with 2 outs now. Make it a 2-run game to go to the 8th. If you could do that, okay, feel a little better. Kirby Yates getting up. He's been really tough. And then their closer, Brad Hand. That side of the plate has been pretty true tonight. Now he's worked the count full.
Wow. Almost like they're pitching around him with that one. Did you see Hedges move way off the plate to give the target? Like, don't throw a strike here. And he didn't. Missed badly away. I couldn't believe how far the target was. You know, outside. See what they did with this one. He's sitting right on the edge now. Oh boy, he got what he wanted.
And so the Pirates leave the man at second, and it stays 4-1. Look at this one tonight as the Pirates trail 4-1. Now look on our Allegheny Health Network Super Bowl this evening, and the Pirates will have to come from behind late tonight if they want to take the first two games of this series.
Now Tyler Glass now has come on to do the hurling. 26 games for Tyler.
Richard Rodriguez an inning and a third scoreless. Trevor Williams went the first 4 2/3 tonight, gave up 4 runs. Will Myers spoiled his homecoming. And it started with a walk to Austin Hedges in that 5th for Williams. Walking the 8-hitter, then walking the pinch hitter. And then Myers with that 2-run double that knocked Williams out of the game. .99 from Glasnow.
Pretty good.
There's
Dad
there.
Greg
right there in the center. I don't think I needed to identify him. He's wearing the Glasnow jersey.
Yeah, he could probably let everybody figure that one out.
That's out of the bullpen where Stephen Brault's family is hanging out tonight. So
yeah, they
bullpen dad's night.
Bought the whole place.
Yeah.
That is not a curve.
Nor a slurve, that is a curve. And it is tough to hit. Corey Spangenberg will pinch hit. No bat for Stammen, who went a scoreless inning. Grew up near Scranton in Clark Summit, PA. Now 1-2 on Spangenberg. You can see the Western Metal Supply Company in there. I love.
He's getting some chases at the hook.
Oh.
That was a little tricky.
Don't get too cavalier there.
Anyway, she's kind of flicked it down there and almost flicked it a little too high.
Strike 3 is not caught.
He did catch that, though. How about that?
Yeah.
Did not block that, just reached down and picked it like a first baseman.
Then,
but he almost got that one down the line.
The runner can be safe on a strikeout. Jankowski credited with a sacrifice bunt back in the 5th inning. You and I were talking about it between innings that the, he comes up first and second, 1 out, and with his speed, maybe trying to
I thought
bunt for a base hit.
I thought he was trying to bunt for a base hit there with 1 out. Just, that's part of his game.
And it ended up setting up Myers anyway.
In his mind, I'm sure that's part of it. He's thinking, well, the worst case scenario, if I do get thrown out, although he's bunting for a base hit, is the single's going to score 2 runs. How many of these is he going to have?
Well, one deflected off Williams earlier tonight, and now Glasnow.
The same guy hit it.
It's bizarre. Scoreboard here as we begin the 8th inning, and a couple of weird plays. Travis Jankowski tonight hits a ball off the pitcher at the back of their leg that deflects right to third. I mean, they look identical. They're 2 different pitchers, 2 different times of the game.
That's pretty incredible right there. What a great job having this split screen. That was beautiful. Identical.
And Freeze, nimbly able to take care of both of them. Getting the speedy Jankowski. That's baseball, isn't it? Now a tough road coming up here with Kirby Yates next for San Diego.
Very tough opponent right here. Look at that ERA.
.82. That's in 33 innings. He's allowed 3 runs all year.
He's giving up runs, though.
Yes. So it's high time. He's due for more, right?
Yeah, and he's proven that it can be scored upon. So let's get to it.
Well, let's start talking about how good Kirby Yates is. And he recovers there to get the out.
He's lucky that Hosmer's real good.
There's a gold patch on that glove for a reason.
He almost messed that one up.
Zip. Wow. Almost doing the splits. And stays on the bag easily there. So he helps his pitcher get an out.
It's been an adventure for pitchers to field balls.
In the series, really, right? With Musgrove chasing down a foul pop, covering third on a ground ball to third.
All kinds of things going on out there. I've had the deflection balls.
Well, Yates has a scoreless streak going on, 13 innings plus. There's Musgrove last night. Got in on the action quite a bit. Heading against righty batters, only 6 hits all year.
I think we did that the other day on somebody. We said how they had only like 5 hits. It was a left-hand hitter. And sure enough, they
Brad Hand,
their
closer, yeah, Dickerson got a hit.
That's right.
He hadn't allowed a hit off the lefty all year at that point. Now we're telling you about Joe Musgrove. A really cool moment last night. You know, he's done with the game. Pirates win, and he sent out a picture on Instagram last night. Check out this assembly. This was the cheering section for Musgrove. This is maybe 20 minutes after the game last night. He stopped, he stayed, he took pictures with folks, he talked, he signed a few autographs for some of the kids, you know, relatives and friends, neighbors from down the street. And that was all you were able to see, all that on the post game last night. As big as Major League Baseball can be sometimes, as we think about it as being very important, of course, it boils down to sometimes just a guy throwing a ball out there, having fun, playing the same game he always has since he's been a kid. And then afterward, instead of maybe getting some ice cream, maybe something a little different than that, but just visiting with friends and neighbors, and it can be just that simple still.
Well, he said there that he created a new memory, and it'll be with him forever.
Yeah.
That night, even he'll think back of sitting on that railing, taking that picture with him.
I will too. I was on the radio side yesterday and just finishing up the post game, watching all that kind of unfold. It was neat. And it culminated a wonderful evening for Musgrove with a 7 scoreless. Tonight for Trevor Williams, 4 runs in 4 2/3. I think, as you put it, Bob, not the way that he dreamt it up, but still a great time for all these guys to come back home and be part of just a little time with family and friends on the ball diamond.
AT&T Sportsnet is brought to you by the Chevy Silverado and your Western PA Chevy dealers. And by Levin's, the official furniture and mattress supplier to the Pittsburgh Pirates. For the best quality, service, and value, shop Levin's. Let's go Bucks!
Here in San Diego, the Padres looking to even the series on a 4-1 lead here in the 8th. And that is in large part due to Will Myers. He is driven in 3 tonight. He homered back in the 3rd and drove Williams out of the game with a 2-run, 2-base hit back in the 5th.
I was looking at his exit velocities. The double, he actually hit harder than a home run. He just didn't get enough air under that ball.
4 up, 4 down against Tyler Glasnow. The 2018 Camping World MLB All-Star Ballot is now open and exclusively online. Make sure your favorite Pirates are represented on this year's squad by voting at pirates.com/vote. You can vote for your Pirates and receive a buy one get one ticket offer for any game at PNC Park this season. Catch the excitement of the 89th MLB All-Star Game presented by MasterCard July 17th live on Fox. Eric Hosmer 0 for 3. Who's going to cover first?
The long legs. That's who got it.
I've heard of the I've got it before, but that was the you've got it.
Yeah, that was uncomfortable watching.
The thing, he's 6'8".
Yeah. How about the way he's got his pants just below the knee? They're probably still a 36-inch inseam.
He's a tall drink of water, Tyler Glasnow.
Throwing hard tonight. That play again. The reason he started to shy away is because Bell, who should have been out of the play, he came running over there, and Tyler didn't know what to do.
Yeah, Bell initially went for the ball. It was kind of a tweener ball.
Yeah, if he was going to, he goes for the ball and then he lets it go, well, then he needs to just keep going towards second base. It's the pitcher is the only guy that's going to be able to make that play.
Caught a piece of Diaz. Bill Miller courteously getting some new baseballs, give him some time. Hunter Renfroe 0 for 3 tonight. And he's down on strikes. So Glasnow, 2 perfect innings of relief with 3 strikeouts. But now it's up to the Bucks bats here with the 9th coming up. Series finale tomorrow afternoon. Jamison Tyone against Tyson Ross. Our coverage begins at 3:30 with Pirates pregame presented by WB Mason. And Trevor Hoffman getting a bobblehead giveaway tonight as he nears his entry into baseball's Hall of Fame. The great closer of the Padres for so many years, and not the same entrance music, of course, but a new man making his way into that tradition. Brad Hand, he's been pretty good in that role for the Pods.
And not too many were as good as Hoffman was for seemed like a decade. He just it's totally amazing, that change up of his.
Diaz to lead it off against the lefty closer. .22 out of 26.
Doesn't give up any hits. 184 opposition average.
An all-star last year. Diaz drove in the run tonight on a bounce out back in the 6th inning. Right into his bat, and he wallops this one out to left. That'll be extra bases. A booming double to lead off the 9th.
That was very close to getting out of here. Pretty amazing what our catchers have done on offense this year. Two guys that play really a defense-dominated position, and they have been just huge contributors.
Pirates catchers still lead all 30 teams in OPS, and they'll add to it tonight.
Yeah, that'll help out. Double off the wall.
Now Austin Meadows. And that pitch right there shows you why lefties are 4 for 47 against Hand. Pirates have Moroff, Osuna, and Stallings, who would bat right-handed, off their bench. But Meadows this year, 389 against lefties coming into tonight. Though most lefties aren't Brad Hand.
Yeah, Hand's a little bit different than your average guy out there. But you don't want Meadows to be a player, I think, that you want to be. You're going to have to pinch hit for. You want him to be able to handle everybody, and he pretty much has in the minor leagues. Certainly has so far in his short time in the big leagues.
And down in the left field line and toward the corner. That'll bring in Diaz. A double for Meadows, and the Pirates will bring the tying run up here in the 9th with nobody out.
Well, I would say Meadows handled it. Had to see that breaking ball a couple of times, a couple of swings and misses. And a third one, it was hung. That's the problem. You throw a couple of good ones, if you're going to come back, multiple times with the same pitch, they better be in better locations each one than a worse location. And he just made a very poor pitch.
And Meadows with his 7th double this season, his 13th run batted in. Back-to-back doubles off the Padres closer. Now Gregory Polanco. He's been on base all 3 times tonight. And having the best success of his career so far against lefties. He's been the Pirates' hottest hitter, and he bats representing the tying run here with nobody out. And he's ahead in the count, 2-0.
It's all right. Didn't want to hit that one anyway. Still ahead in the count.
Polanco has 7 hits in his last 11 times up against a lefty pitcher. And 2 more walks against the lefty starter tonight. Now even up 2-2. Back-to-back doubles to start the inning. Meadows replacing Diaz at second after driving him in. Two from Hand. Polanco ropes one to right. Head over the leaping Renfroe and to the wall. Meadows is in. Polanco streaking to third. And he is safe. The Pirates have the tying run 90 feet away with nobody out of the ninth. And Polanco does it again.
Absolutely just ripped that ball off a lefty. Incredible. And you know what he almost also did again? Last night he slid too soon at third base. He almost did that again. Watch the slide. He's going for 3. The relay throw. That was almost a replay of last night.
And once it went over the leaping Renfroe.
He got those long legs in gear, but he's sliding a little too soon. Comes to a stop before he gets to the bag.
Look on our Allegheny Health Network Supermo. Renfroe couldn't pull it down.
Look, he's like, oh, now I'm there. Wow, how close was that? I didn't realize it was that close. See, the tag came in just barely after he got to the bag. What a job he has been doing ever since he moved off the plate. It's just been incredible.
He's getting better and better. One of the hottest hitters in baseball right now. Now Villanueva, part of that play there at third. Andy Green, the manager, out there. Also, the Padres are challenging the play. And the call is safe. Polanco an RBI triple. 3 straight extra base hits. The call was confirmed. Padres are out of challenges. Hey, something with the jaw, perhaps?
I know. I kept watching the tag, and I didn't look up by the face.
I think he
maybe
comes down on Polanco, maybe? I believe he landed on Polanco as he was attempting to make that tag. Watch his face. It's kind of, came down awkwardly in his jaw near the hip bone, right hip bone of Polanco. Well, the almost infallible closer of the Padres. Diaz with a double, Meadows with a double, Polanco with a triple, Still nobody out. And Jordy Mercer with the infield in. And he's ahead, ball one. Well, the Pirates have already scored twice here in the ninth. Trying to come from behind, down 3 in the final frame. And it's 2-0 on Mercer. Wednesday night in New York, the Pirates played at 4 in the ninth to come back and win. Trying to get Trevor Williams off the hook in his homecoming. And can't find the strike zone.
Might not be looking for it. Every time he throws a strike, it gets ripped for extra bases. He might be a little strike zone shy right now.
What does Andy Green do? Now 3-1. Adam Simber getting limber. Infield in, nobody out. And now it's full up. Doubles by Diaz and Meadows. Polanco has tripled. He's at third. A 3-2 from Hand. Out to right.
It's going to fall in. No, it's not.
Renfroe gets to that ball.
Man.
Wow. I thought for sure that was dropping 2.
Well, you know what I thought? How did that stay up? There's no way that was going to get caught.
He had to come a long way to track that down. I thought that was hit just badly enough. He brought his basket with him.
You know what we needed there was one of those feet first slides where he kind of bobbles the ball a little bit. For some reason, he just decided to run under it.
Smart play. With the pitcher spot up, Jose Osuna will pinch it. Ball one. Infield still in for the Padres after Polanco's triple. Osuna trying to bring in the tying run. Hard ground ball past that drawn in infield. Deep enough fly ball. Fooled.
Good pitch to hit. Waited way too long to pull the trigger on it.
Twisting down the line and caught, and Polanco wasn't tagging, and quickly in anyway. It's always an interesting decision.
Well,
on a fly in foul territory.
A ball in foul territory, you tag 100% of the time, because it doesn't matter if it's going to fall or not. You can't advance on a foul ball. So when it's foul, you have to tag 100% of the time.
Doesn't mean you have to go, but you got to be there on the bag.
Yeah, you got to be on the bag so you have a chance to score.
If Hand can get Marte, he will hang on by the skin of his teeth. Need a 2-out hit. Ball in the dirt, something. The Pirates stormed out of this inning with doubles by Diaz and Meadows. Polanco tripled. He's been there. Now with 2 outs. Marte 0 for 4 tonight. This close. Need one more. And he's that far away. 90 feet away, Polanco stands. 32,000 plus standing. Renfro's been pretty busy out there in right. Had the ball sail over his head, hit by Polanco. Hauled in the first out and the second. The Pirates have won 3 out of 4 on this road trip. They want to keep the good vibes going. They need one more here in the 9th. And Marte will be thrown out. And that's how it ends.
Man, it was interesting right to the last throw.
Well, Brad Hand needed one from Hunter Renfroe out there in right tonight, and he holds on by the slimmest of margins to preserve the Padres' victory. They even the series tonight.
Well, that was a tough one. I thought for sure after the triple that this game was tied.
Or better.
Or better.
But the Padres won better tonight as they even the series 4-3. Well, a lot to talk over with this one, so let's take it back out to Dan and Michael.